This is Dan's Reviews, and I have finally suffered through the final season of Dexter. You know, I've learned a lot of things over the course of this season, one of which is that after 8 long seasons, they finally have a Dan in this series.
Don't move.
And of course, they do me dirty. We've also learned that Harrison is a big fan of Dan the Elephant. What can I say? I'm multi-talented. But anyway, this season continues, and we have a lot of things that just fall apart. Basically, any character that you've enjoyed over the course of this show, besides Batista,
La pasión.
gets screwed over. But as we think about all the seasons and as we reflect on everything we've seen, they just have to give you that one final middle finger before you go.
You idiot!
So as we dump out the horrible things into that really wonderful water, let's now take a second and reflect and think about the final season of Dexter.
No!
This is Dexter, Season 8. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Dexter. This one's going to be doing my final review of the original series of Dexter. This is for Season 8, the full season review. So, apologies on the delay for this one, guys. I know it took me a little bit longer to get this season review out. We had some scheduling conflicts going on. It took me a little bit to get this season review out to you guys, so I apologize for that. But we will be reviewing New Blood. I am going to review New Blood. That'll be probably next week at one point. And this season, okay, now listen, I have a lot of fucking things to say about this season, okay?
That's fucking nasty.
So I'm used to this with TV shows, okay? Any good TV show, I swear to God, you begin the show, you go through it, it's great, it's exciting, it's magical, nothing can fuck it up, right? Right, exactly.
How bad was it? Made me want to love you, son of a bitch! I fucking hate you! Don't you baby my gun up, you gotta have it damn me!
And then you get to Season 8, and you get to the final season of most shows. And yet, I mean, unless you're like, what, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, those usually have good final seasons, but unless you're one of those, you're gonna find it tough to have a good ending to a TV show. You know what I mean? This one, however, is no goddamn exception. It is no exception. This is a terrible final season. I'm just going to start with that. It is a horrible final season with horrible writing, horrible logic, sometimes there is none, and it genuinely makes no sense. It genuinely makes no sense. There are things that happen this season that I honestly don't know how the writers expect you to believe that this is what happens. Admittedly, I don't know. I don't know how you even describe some of this stuff. So we're going to delve into it. Let's jump right into it. And let's just start with a big punch to the fucking dick is when you start this season and you literally skip 6 months, right? LaGuerta's funeral is just happening now? Yeah, I guess so, because TV purposes. And first red flag this season. Instantly, something pissed me off. Why the hell do we have no one that is questioning Dexter, okay? LaGuerta's final hours on this planet was her bringing Dexter in, her being paranoid about Dexter, and next thing you know, LaGuerta's dead, and Dexter's just totally fine. You mean to tell me that nobody would suspect Dexter may have had something to do with that? May have had something to do with something going on. You know what I mean? No one in this town suspects that Dexter may have had something to do with LaGuerta's death. And Deb obviously makes sense, because no one would suspect Deb. But Dexter? Like, what the hell? The thing is, Deb is, his sister, so obviously you'd expect some kind of, like, okay, like, wait a minute, that's kind of sus, that's kind of nothing. And we have the freaking funeral, like, 6 months later. All they give her is a fucking bench. That's lovely. All you get is fucking ass in your face, LaGuerta. See ya. Anyway, so we have the season that just kind of moves on from there. You've got Deb in this season, which I gotta say, I love Deb. Let me really specify this before I go into what I'm going to go into, okay? Deb is one of my all-time favorite characters of really anything. She's just amazing. I love the actress. Jennifer Carpenter does a great job. I might as well fucking say this, too, because it's her last fucking season alive. But she's a great actress. She is a great actress, and the character is amazing. With that on the side for a minute, I am just blown away on how much you can fuck up a character. I mean, honestly, in the first few episodes of this season, she's drinking all the time, she's doing drugs, she's absolutely strung out, she's dating this fucking druggie over here, and she's working undercover, which, yes, no joke, she's working undercover for this guy, okay? I don't even know him. I know him from Boondock Saints. He's a really good actor. But we just don't even see this. Like, we skip. Deb is all of a sudden gone from Miami Metro. She's strung out on drugs. She's drunk all the time. And she's working for some fucking guy that I know from Boondock Saints. It's like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You get this office guy that she works for now all of a sudden. I'm trying to understand what the hell happened. Like, admittedly, in the first episode, I felt like I missed an episode. Like, we skipped over all the LaGuerta stuff. We skipped 6 months. We skipped over Deb's transition. And we're skipping over pretty much damn near everything. Like, everything's just kind of happened. You know what I mean? So, I felt like I was watching the wrong episode. I'm not going to lie. And this season gets so unbearably bad with Deb, okay? This whole season, for at least the first few, she is strung out. She doesn't want to talk to Dexter, which I understand that. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it. She shot LaGuerta. She obviously feels some kind of remorse for that. I understand that. And I do understand that she said that she shot the wrong person. I understand that completely. That I get. But this got so unbearably bad. I mean, she literally is going into Miami Metro drunk as hell. She's crashing in poles. She's drunk driving. She's passing out on the side of the road. And on top of everything else, you have this guy that is kind of like coming after them. I don't even know who the hell this guy is. He plays Thomas in The Walking Dead. And he's kind of like this bad guy that we have for a few episodes. He's kind of a nobody. And Deb just openly shoots this guy in the fucking open in his car. And they find his dead body later. They don't know how he died. And Deb, you find out, has just been going around shooting people. Like, that's not her character, man. That's not her character at all. You've even got Quinn that's like all worried about her. He's like covering for her. She literally goes into Miami Metro and admits to killing LaGuerta. And Quinn's just like, Dexter, you want to help me cover this up? Like, what do you get out of this? Her fucking, like, her ass? Like, what do you get out of this, Quinn? Like, I don't understand. And it gets worse because literally the more you go into it, the more it's just the same old, same old. She's working for this guy at this office. He continuously, every single episode, walks in and says that, I swear to God, he says the same line to her. Deb, are you okay? Why don't you talk to me? Why don't you discuss stuff with me? And she's like, it's none of your fucking business, you know? And I think we do this dance like a million times this season where it's like, Deb, please talk to me. Oh, Deb, don't avoid me like that. Deb, you gotta do this. Deb. Yeah, listen, I know, okay? But it's not exciting storytelling. And then she sobers up. She's just good with Dexter all of a sudden, and that's kind of just where we leave that whole drama. It's really stupid. That's most of her plot to start off this season, at least. Now, we have one of the worst storylines ever, okay? Dr. Evelyn. Which, holy fuck, man, this is a terrible storyline. So, you know the code that Harry has had for Dexter this entire series, right? We all know it. Well, this season, Scott Buck, this terrible writer, might I just say, comes up with the brilliant idea to introduce a character this season that basically reveals to us that she came up with the code. Harry did not know what to do with Dexter. Harry knew that Dexter was going downhill, so he visits her and talks to her in these frickin' like old recordings that they find of Harry. And you find out that this Dr. Evelyn came up with this. She just came up with this. So she came up with the code this entire time. So then they just shove what you've learned for the last 7 seasons aside. They make it seem like as if she's like Dexter's like mother figure or some random ass bullshit. You barely even fucking see Harry this season because we have Dr. Evelyn, right? So we don't need fucking Harry. It's not like Original Sin and all these other things, you know, do a backstory on him. No. We need Dr. Evelyn, all right? Because she's gonna solve everything, okay? She's the source that we need. I mean, for fuck's sakes, this entire season, Dexter is literally worried about her. It's like as soon as he finds out about that, nothing else matters. It's like, oh no, the Dr. Evelyn's in trouble? Oh my god, let me bend over backwards and fucking go save her. Like, I don't give a shit, man. She literally is not an idea, and I know she's not an idea, because Clyde Phillips did not come up with this character. For all these seasons, Clyde Phillips did not come up with this concept. I know for a fact that this is Scott Buck and his fucking terrible writing. It's so out of the blue. It's so last minute. It really messes with Harry's character, too. Like, I love Harry. This season, admittedly, like, this does not ruin Harry for me at all. It just shows me that the difference between one writer to another writer, if you get what I'm saying, you know? Because who the fuck tells me that this was an idea in season 1? This was not an idea in season 1. So they mess with Harry's code. This Dr. Evelyn, listen, I'm going to specify something, okay? I like the actress for Dr. Evelyn. I do. I think the actress does what she's supposed to do. I don't like the character, but the actress is good. I actually find it a shame because I think the actress had a certain level of creepiness and charisma to her. And you could have used her for something, admittedly, but they didn't use her correctly at all. So, yeah, her character sucked. Absolutely sucked. Now, hey, speaking of characters that sucked, let's talk about another thing that sucked this season. We have this season a concept that I think is really cool. We got this character named Zach, who is played by Jake Otto from Fear the Walking Dead. Really cool. Sam Underwood, great actor. And his character is actually interesting to me. I gotta say, I know I've been complaining this whole review, but his character is actually interesting to me. A guy that is psycho, that is doing things to defend his mother, right? We hear about that. And Dexter almost takes him under his wing. You know what I mean? He almost looks like a young Dexter. That's what I like about this idea of a character. Dexter kind of guides his way through it. You know, we kind of get him kind of teaching him his ways and stuff like that. And Sam Underwood obviously has a lot of charisma. I've seen him on Fear the Walking Dead. He's really good. You know what I mean? So I knew for a fact that he was going to be good. But you know what I didn't actually expect from him? And this is a real compliment. He really made it believable that he was a psycho. He really made it believable. In a good way, too. The actor has a lot of range. And I really want to highlight that because he is really good at what he does. He is. He's really good. But you're probably thinking, oh, Dan found something he liked. I did. And then for some fucking reason, after a few episodes of him being around, they have the brilliant idea to kill him off, okay? And not only do they kill him off, they kill him off screen. They kill his character off screen. Dexter just walks into his apartment one day, and he's just sitting there on his fucking chair, dead as a doorknob. And well, then you get into the main plot of this season. Finally, you get into the main plot of this season. I know, that was not the main plot. That was just extra bullshit to just do extra bullshit. You know what I mean? This season's main plot is the brain surgeon, okay? Which is probably the biggest fucking ripoff of Brian Moser I've ever seen. Not only that, he's barely even in the darn season. He's barely even involved. On this watch party that I did with my buddies, we were all kind of sitting there and we were like, where is this guy? Like, where is this guy? Like, season 8 is regarded as the brain surgeon season. Where the fuck is this homie? Like, where is he at? You know what I mean? I don't like him, but I mean, main villain of a season, whether you like him or not, at least the villain's fucking there. You know what I mean? You're trying at least. They were barely even doing anything with him. Like, I swear to God, this whole season is this brain surgeon guy that, you know, messes with your head and seals it back up and everything. And it's, you know, it's a creative concept, but they don't really do anything with it. That's the thing. And he is the son of Dr. Evelyn. So, you know, you can figure that one out. So then, you know, mother-son bond, and then he doesn't like her. She wants to build a relationship with him. It's so fucking stupid. And she's the creator of the code, so you know, she's supposed to be an important character, and oh dear God, let's not anything happen to her, you know. And this guy's real name is Daniel, which, hey, I mean, why are you fucking with my name? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want the one character you named after me, and he fucking sucks. Like, seriously, what the hell, man? But anyway, we have him this season, right? His first big thing is killing Zach. Then there's like this girl Dexter likes. She dies too, which obviously, whatever. It's his girlfriend for a time too. I don't understand that, but anyway. So anyway, he comes after Dexter, and he comes after our crew, and you know, it is what it is. There's not really much to say about him because he's barely fucking involved, but we'll get to him later. The big thing I want to tackle this season, Hannah. Oh my fuck, Hannah. I know that I've heard this from various fans, and holy shit, once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Evidently, Scott Buck apparently was really fucking horny for this character. Okay? That's the word on the street. And holy shit, I can tell. 8B of Dexter, like those back half episodes, is literally Hannah the show. Like, it's all it is. And y'all know how I feel about Hannah. I didn't mind her at first in season 7. I didn't mind her. Second half of 7, she was unbearable. Well, season 8, I'm going to rip her a new one on this one. I genuinely don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. You had a perfectly good love interest for Dexter with Lumen. You fucked that one up seasons ago. You bring back this character that went to jail. How'd she get out of jail? We don't know. I think she ran away or some bullshit. Well, she shows back up with this boyfriend who looks like Howard Hamlin from fucking Better Call Saul, and he's like tailing Dexter, being like, I swear, you better not do anything to me and my wife, Dexter. Dexter, I will kill you if you do anything to us, Dexter. Like, Dexter, please, fuck me, Dexter. Like, who knows at this point, you know? But I'm telling you what, this guy was terrible, and you quickly get rid of him, right? You quickly get rid of him. He gets these shoes away, and then Dexter ends up right back into her pants, okay? And when I say right back into her pants, I mean we fucking see it. Like, we fucking see it. I swear to God, every 2 seconds, it was like Dexter's ass in my face. Bed scenes, fuck scenes. I'm like, holy shit, man. We're in the final group of episodes, and I'm watching Dexter's bare ass. That's not what I'm waiting for, okay? So, here we go. We got Dexter with Hannah this entire season. Whatever Hannah wants, Dexter will do. Dexter, Hannah wants Dexter to fucking, I don't know, become the president or something. Dexter will run for president, you know? Like, I swear to God, everything that she wants him to do, he does, you know? The whole thing, I think there's like 3-4 episodes this season that's all about this Hannah. She is an idiot. She is a killer. She literally poisons people. And you mean to tell me, and this is when I got fed up with this shit too, we literally have Deb that follows them on this trip that they go on, and she realizes that Dexter likes her enough, so she decides to settle and not bring her in or not kill her or whatever. And Deb is just cool with her. All of a sudden, Deb is just cool with Hannah. She's willing to eat all the food that she cooks for her. She's willing to hang out with her. She's willing to spend time with her. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the chick that put you in the goddamn hospital. Like, what the hell? Like, you're not gonna convince me that makes any sense. You're not gonna convince me. It's so stupid, man. And then on top of everything else, okay, as if the Hannah stuff wasn't bad enough, we kind of get this idea towards the end of the season that Dexter is gonna leave with his family. Harrison and Hannah, because we gotta take her. Doesn't even tell Deb about this until way later on. Doesn't even invite her at all. Nothing. Dexter started to piss me off. And listen, I love Dexter. He's one of my all-time favorite leads, especially after this watch of this show. I love Dexter. He's one of my all-time favorite characters. And let me specify something, okay? I love Dexter. I love Deb. This season does not affect those characters for me. I still love them just as much as I did. I'm not letting Scott Buck ruin these fucking characters for me, because admittedly, if I'm being honest this season, I couldn't fucking stand Dexter. I couldn't fucking stand Deb. I couldn't stand most of the goddamn characters. The only ones that I think they didn't screw up was Batista. Batista's cool as usual. And Masuka, I liked him. And I liked his little plot with his daughter, okay? I like that. That was funny. It was nice to see Masuka be a dad and stuff. That was good. I enjoyed that. Everything else, though, with the characters this season was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, to make matters worse, Dexter's ready to leave. They have this entire plan, and then the brain surgeon comes in. Now, the brain surgeon decides that it's a brilliant idea to kill his mother, the doctor, in front of Dexter. And he, like, slits her throat in the window in front of Dexter. I don't give a fuck. Listen, if I'm Dexter, I'm gonna go in there and shake his hand and say, thank you, motherfucker. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't understand. Like, you mean to tell me I'm supposed to feel sad for this doctor? Like, this doctor that fucked up Harry's plot? I don't give a shit about this character. And she's a psycho. I would personally shake Daniel's hand and say, thank you for getting rid of this fucking problem. You know, if I'm Dexter. Like, I don't get it. And then the brain surgeon, listen. Oh my god. I haven't even gotten to the worst part, but let's talk about it. Trying to build up the confidence to talk about this. Oh my god. We have Dexter that is leaving town. First, he captures Daniel, the brain surgeon. He captures him, puts him literally right there in that chair, and is ready to kill him. Give me a reason why Dexter shouldn't kill this guy. Give me a logical reason. Admittedly, if you have one, I'd love to hear it. He doesn't kill the brain surgeon. He leaves him alive. Hugs Deb, whatever, leaves. Kumbaya. And then 5 seconds later, he gets out of it because this fucking idiot that lets him out, this agent that's been tracking them this entire fucking season. And Deb walks in and gets shot. That's right, she gets shot. Probably not even as bad as she got shot when she got shot next to Lundy. But she gets shot. Deb goes down. And she's all out of it and everything. Yeah, nah, stupid. So, in the series finale, we have Dexter that is ready to board the plane with his fucking Hannah and his, son and everything. And they, like, quickly distract the guy that Deb was working for, that office freak. He's, like, tracking Dexter this entire episode. I don't even know what the hell they were going for. You could tell they were desperate for a villain. They quickly get rid of him, and then that's basically it. Then you got Dexter that realizes that he has to go back because Deb's been shot, which makes sense. He goes back to find Deb, and she's perfectly fine. She's talking to him, for fuck's sakes. Deb is literally totally fine. She's talking to Dexter. She's making jokes with him. She has like a final scene with Quinn. She's got normal dialogue happening. And the doctor literally says, in a few hours, you could probably walk. You'll probably be good. You know what I mean? And then randomly, I have never been so insulted by an ending of a TV show in all my life. They just randomly go back and it's like, oh, Dexter, we screwed up in the exam room. We screwed up. Yeah, no, we screwed up in there. Now she's brain dead. Yeah, your sister's brain dead. She's gonna fucking probably die. She's gonna be a tomato, pretty much, And now we just have no hope for Deb. All of a sudden, now everybody's crying and she's gonna be dead and I'm not kidding, y'all. That's what happens. Debra literally, with the snap of a finger, she's perfectly fine. Literally a few moments before, they go back and they're like, she's brain dead. She's brain dead. In other words, we fucked up. In other words, that is the one character you don't kill. Like, let me specify. You do not kill that character. What the actual fuck are they doing? And then you got Hannah that just leaves, right? She just goes off with Harrison. You got this office dummy. She stabs him in the bus. Nobody notices this shit? Apparently not. You know what? The one thing I'll say about Hannah, goated scene from her. You know what? Protects Harrison, stabs this guy, whatever. The scene is stupid. It's weird that nobody sees this, but I guess I'll give Hannah that one W. There you go, Hannah. I did something for you. There you go. I can't defend you this season. I'll give you that one W. And then the season just progresses from there. The episode progresses from there. We're literally like 15 minutes away from the end. I'm like, what the fuck is going to even go down here? And you've got the brain surgeon here that gets captured by, the law. He gets brought in. And Dexter brings him into this interrogation room and then just stabs him, And Batista and Quinn, and I will admit, Batista is goated for this. He saw this as self-defense for Dexter, and even if it wasn't, Batista's like, you know what, Dexter? leave. You know, like, honestly, bro, I get it. You know, he gets it. Batista's goated as usual. I love Batista. He's amazing. He's like the one thing this season, him and Masuka, that they didn't screw up. So Dexter is a brilliant idea during this hurricane that kind of rolls in. Hurricane Laura, which the writers think they're slick on that one, don't they? Yeah, they really do. But anyway, Hurricane Laura shows up, and Dexter has the idea to steal Deb out of the hospital. Nobody sees him do this shit. Like, he's literally just wheeling her out. Clearly not a doctor or a nurse or anything like that. Brings her out to the darn boat and literally dumps Deb in the fucking water. I feel so insulted. I feel so insulted. This is the stupidest death of a TV show I've ever seen. It's the worst death of a show I've ever seen. I've never seen such an amazing character butchered in such a way. Deb is one of the greatest characters I've watched on a TV show. I love her evolution. I love her story. I love her connection with Dexter. I love what they've done with her. Besides Dexter, she's what made the show what it is. I can't believe they did her that dirty. Admittedly. I cannot believe they done that. It's actually like I'm sitting here complaining, I'm sitting here ranting, but I'm genuinely just, like, lost for words. I'm sad by that. Like, it genuinely hit me to watch that happen. Because I'm like, and that's how you know a show is good. And that's why I say, despite the ending of this show, this is a phenomenal show. Because I felt an actual pit in my stomach when she died. Because I connected with her character so much. Unbelievable. It should have been Dexter getting killed at the end of the show. Like the fucking Vision was literally presented. And not shot by fucking his son in a stupid sequel later on. No. Actual real conclusion. Not Deb dying. That's the one character you should not have killed. And they dump her off like she's nothing. Clyde Phillips. You are literally getting ready to do a show called Resurrection. You hear that word? Resurrection. I'm begging you, that's the one thing you should do to get this right. Because that is not the death of Debra Morgan. That is some other random ass shit. I don't know what the fuck it was, but that is not her death. I know that for a damn fact. Anyway, and then the show ends with him driving off into this hurricane. I don't know how Dexter survives, but at the end of the show, he's apparently some lumberjack going around with a fucking beard. He looks like Tom from WGM. And that's the end of it, right there. That's the end of Dexter. He's just some lumberjack at the end. Deb's in the fucking ocean. And, you know, everything just ends right there, just like that. What a garbage season. Like, honestly, one of the worst seasons of anything I've ever watched. They butchered pretty much damn near everything. I would watch Game of Thrones Season 8. Admittedly, I would watch Game of Thrones Season 8. This is horrible. This is horrible. I'm glad that this is not my last Dexter review of the seasons, you know. Next week we'll be back for New Blood, which is a hell of a lot better than this. New Blood is actually a good season. This season, unfortunately, I have to leave the main show on this, though. The 8 seasons, I have to leave it on this note. -1 out of 10. There you go. It's below a 0. It's terrible. Nothing about this is good. Nothing. Batista's cool. He's always cool. That's not enough to warrant a point in a review. Scott Buck, you fucking suck at your job. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope to God he never touches a piece of Dexter content again. Season 6 was bad but funny. Season 8, I'm not laughing no more. This is bad. This is bad. There you go, guys. That's my review. My long, frustrated review of Dexter Season 8. There y'all go. But, on a side note, thank you for joining the journey. Thank you for joining the reviews for Dexter. I hope you'll join me next week for New Blood. We're going to cap this thing off. We'll be caught up on the franchise. And then we're going to do a whole bunch of things. We're going to do top 10 episodes, top 10 characters, top 10 worst characters, top 10 worst episodes. We're doing it all. We're doing it all. We're doing all the ratings, all the tier lists, and I'm going to go all out. This has turned into my second favorite franchise behind Breaking Bad. This franchise is incredible. I know that this season was bad, but this is an incredible franchise. This is an incredible franchise with mostly all amazing seasons. And that's why I still specify. Only season 8 and 6 are bad seasons. Only those. Besides that, you're looking at a legendary show. And I'm not letting 2 seasons ruin that. Also, season 8's not the final season anymore, so it's just another bad season. But for the main show, it did get left off on a bad note. Unfortunately, yeah, it did. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions on Dexter Season 8. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear your opinions, and there you go. Post comments. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe and you don't miss any of the videos for Dexter. Be sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Dexter. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies did a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.